Hey, just a quick pre-intro here. So you are about to watch, I believe, the second attempt at doing my podcast in video format. I'm trying something different here. Hopefully I can continue to do this. So if you like this, if you want me to start doing the podcast in video, click the like button, click the subscribe button, and click the bell. Just let me know. Give me some feedback that you want to continue seeing this and that you want my podcast episodes to end up on the channel here on YouTube in video format. So what you're about to watch is the episode from today, Tuesday, the 3rd of April. It is my birthday review, and enjoy. Welcome to another episode of Tiny Leaps, Big Changes, where I share simple strategies you can use to get more out of your life. My name is Gregg Clunis, and it's become kind of an annual tradition here on this show that today, April 3rd of every year, I do a quick birthday review just to walk through where my life is at and what I'm looking forward to in the next year. Now, it's a little bit selfish, I get it, but I appreciate you giving me the opportunity to do it because, quite honestly, it's one of the best ways for me to keep track of where my life is currently, where it was last year, and where I'm trying to take it next year. And this year has been eventful, to say the least. It has been a massive just shift as compared to last year. Actually, right before I started recording this, I was listening to the beginning of last year's review, and so much has changed. See, now what's interesting here is this time last year, I was talking about the Facebook community, and it was at it was almost at 900 members, and I'll be honest, I was stoked. I remember that feeling. I was excited. Today, 1 year later, the group is at 3,000. How did that happen? So obviously, a ton of stuff went down in the last year, and a ton more is going to happen this coming year, if I'm being perfectly honest. But today is a birthday review. For those of you who don't know why I do this, it's because, in my opinion, your birthday is a good marker for your progress in life. Now, I'm all about progress. I'm all about daily progress. I'm all about taking steps forward, taking leaps forward every single day, and trying to be better today than you were yesterday. And in my opinion, there's a lot of people who don't like their birthdays, don't celebrate, and that's totally fine. You can do whatever you like. However, using the day you were born as the marker, the milestone for comparing where you are to where you were and where you're trying to go, for me, works really well. It allows me to both celebrate that day, because my birthday is very important to me, and to just keep track of where I am, and to be grateful for the progress I've made, and to plan ahead for the year in front of me. So there has been a lot in this year, and that's why I do these reviews. So hopefully, this is something you'll consider starting to do on your birthday. All right, let's dive into it, because we're like 5 minutes into this episode and I've said nothing. All right, so the last year, like I said, has been eventful. It's been interesting. So in the last year, this time last year, I had no idea what was coming. In the last year, I have landed a book deal. I have written that book. It is now in the hands of my editor and their amazing team. I was in talks briefly, and I never actually announced this because nothing came from it, but I was in talks about hosting a reality show, which would have been cool. Maybe one day I'll make it happen, but that was an interesting thing to just sort of pop up in my email. That unfortunately didn't happen. We're not moving forward with it, but one day maybe. So I got a book deal. I wrote the book. I almost had a reality show. I landed an awesome job, quite honestly, at NASDAQ, one of the largest companies in the world, as a product designer. And I subsequently lost that job. If you guys have watched the vlog from last week, so last week, Friday, I think I published it, I talk all about that. So if you want to hear more about me getting fired and what I'm going to do next, head over to my YouTube, youtube.com/Gregg Clunis. Check out the latest vlog on there. So just to recap, landed a book deal, wrote the book, in talks for a reality show, started a brand new amazing job at NASDAQ, lost that brand new amazing job at NASDAQ, have decided in the last couple of days that moving forward, I'm just going to double down on you guys and the community I'm building here, and what I need to do to turn this into my full-time income, because that full-time income would allow me to better serve you and to create more awesome stuff that honestly is only going to do more to help you. So that's where my focus is going forward. And of course, the massive elephant in the room, and any of you who've been listening for a little while, you may remember my losing a loved one series. My dad died during my 25th year, and so if it wasn't for that, I would say 25 was the best year of my life. Opportunity-wise, career-wise, it was the best year of my life. But that was such a massive loss that it kind of overshadows it. And so I won't say 25 was the worst year, but I will say that it was eventful, which is kind of how I started all of this. And so looking forward, if I had to sort of project what I hope happens in 26, what I'm looking forward to in 26, my book will publish January of 2019. So in the next year, my book will be in bookstores, and that's going to be a major milestone crossed off. I'm hoping to do a TEDx talk in the next year. And so I'm going to start submitting for that probably over the summer. I'm launching my course, 5-Hour Hustle, as I mentioned in the beginning of this episode. I'm launching a second course over the summer around podcasting, or rather relaunching a course that I already have on podcasting. And just in general, I think there's going to be a lot of things that I don't even know about now. I mean, in the same way that this time last year, I didn't know I was going to have a book deal. And this time last year, I had no idea that my dad was going to die. And this time last year, I didn't know that I would have spoken to somebody about a reality show. And I did not know that I was going to be hired at NASDAQ and then fired from NASDAQ. So I'll be honest, I'm excited. The next year is going to be massive. And all of my focus is going into building this community, growing this show, growing this movement into something that can help even more people. And so I can only imagine what's going to happen now that I'm putting all of my focus there. I can only imagine what's waiting for me for the rest of this year now that I'm directing my energy and my focus towards you. So with that said, 26 is going to be an awesome year. I of course miss my dad. I wish he was here, but if there's anything that I took from him, it's that you got to lift your head up and keep going. And so that's what I'm going to do. And so I'm going to strive to make 26 even better than 25 was. And I hope that you do that with your year coming up. Whenever your birthday is, I hope that you use that as a marker and strive to make that next year your best year. So with that said, I want to just take a moment and say thank you. This show would not still exist if it weren't for you. If you weren't willing to share it, to listen, to tune in, to send me messages and share your thoughts, it would be a lot less fun to do. I'll be honest. And so much of what's happened, I have to give credit to this show and to this community for. So thank you. I truly, sincerely mean that. Thank you for everything you've allowed me to do and everything that you will allow me to do going forward. I look forward to the next year. I look forward to serving you in the best way that I possibly can by creating content, by creating more of this show, by making it better, by constantly improving, by being an example, by striving to be the best version of myself every single day that I can, and encouraging you to do the same. I look forward to working with you and serving you, and just continuing to have you in my corner. So thank you so much for taking the time to listen to this show for as long as you have. Thank you so much for anyone that you've introduced this show to. And here's to the next year. I really look forward to what's about to happen. And it's going to be fun. It's going to be a lot of fun. So let's make it happen. With that said, I've been Gregg Clunis. Thank you so much for listening. As I mentioned earlier in the show, I am currently pre-launching the beta program for my new course, 5-Hour Hustle. It is my proven step-by-step process to take your ideas, your knowledge, your experiences, your skills, and package them into a revenue-driving side hustle, something you can do on the side of your job. You don't have to quit. You don't have to sacrifice time with family, and gives you more financial control, more freedom, more just that feeling of being in control of your future. If that's something you're interested in, if you've wanted to start a side hustle but aren't sure where to start, if you have any interest in side hustles at all, definitely head over to greggclunis.com/side hustle. That's www.greggclunis.com/side hustle. GREGCLUNIS.com/side hustle. Check it out. Watch the quick video I put together to explain everything, and hopefully I'll get the chance to work with you and to help you on this process. So with that said, I've been Gregg Clunis. Thank you so much for listening. Click that subscribe button if you haven't already. I look forward to the next year with you, and remember that all big changes come from the tiny leaps you take every day.